made it to the finals. As I told you weeks ago, I think once people got you,
yeah,
they love you.
Took a while, Mo.
It's just a shame the public never got a chance to get Sunshine before she was gone.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm more surprised that I'm in the final week or that some of the guys who I thought would be in the final week are not here.
Yeah,
because like
definitely.
Nathan and Ben and
Shabby.
yeah.
You know, on day one, when we were sitting on the very first night, when we were all just sitting on the sofa introducing ourselves, you know, the people that you think, yeah, they're definitely going to be here in the final, they're nowhere to be seen. Well, they're outside these walls. They must be all in the process of coming. Either they're here or they're coming down today.
You think so?
Yeah. So, because all the housemates come back on final night to sort of what happens is the beginning. Davina will call each housemate one by one in the order they left the house.
We won't see that, will we?
No, we won't see any of that. And they'll have a little stage erected for them where they'll sit and sort of cheer on us five in whatever order we come out in.
We then go and sit in the seat, yeah?
Yeah. We'll have our own little seats.
Right next to them, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, that's what they've done the last 4 or 5 series, unless they're planning on suddenly changing that all of a sudden.
And then what happens? Well, we come back here then probably...
we'll come back. We'll actually probably come back into the house tomorrow just to do, you know, special interviews from inside the house.
Like the day later, yeah?
Yeah. And then I don't know.
Probably go home then, yeah?
Yeah, I suppose.
BBRB would have been finished. We won't do BBRB then.
No. I guess no, BBRB won't finish. Then everything will be getting geared for Ultimate Big Brother. Do you know what? You know, I said the next day we'd come back in the house to do interviews.
Yeah.
We may not, because as soon as we walk out that door, they may have like a team of like 100 people in here to get the place spick and span again for Ultimate Big Brother. So we may not come back into the house to do the interviews. And that's that. And then we come back for a wrap party after Ultimate Big Brother. Can you imagine? Like, did you have ever thought, well, obviously you knew you were coming in because you had signs. But like when we were watching that video of Davina that first day of lockdown, that we'd be here in the last.
Yeah. We would have thought it'd be us 5.
Just goes to show you that literally 48 hours time in here can completely change the public perception of you. I think if John hadn't had that argument with Rachel, I reckon he would have still had a good chance of making the final.
Yeah, I think so. I think that did him, didn't it? I couldn't see any way of him not making the final. Even after he'd had the argument, I was still thinking, man, he could, you know what I mean? So I knew the public loved him. I thought, man, he could still make it.
The problem is, 95% of John James' supporters have all been female. And, you know, females will put up with a certain amount of banter, but I think if you deliberately attack women in that way, you're just going to lose them in droves.
You're going to have a drop in him.
Yeah. a substantial drop.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a major mistake. I knew when he came in here and started saying stuff, and Ben obviously knew Nathan was with her and Nathan was here. So that's what he said something about Nathan wants to give you a massage or something, didn't he? Ben's pretty funny, pretty bold.
I didn't click it at first. I thought, why would Nathan want to give John James a massage? But then obviously we didn't know if they were dating. Right. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go grab another sponge to do the table with. They look good on you, JJ.
Thank you.
They're short. Like, Big Brother asked me how I felt about being, how does it feel living with only 4 other people? And I said I quite enjoy it because I can sit down and have one-to-one with everyone.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of times when we were a big group, I just didn't say it a lot because I didn't really want to have to fight to get a sentence across.
Yeah.
You know, you'd either keep shouting or interrupt people, and that wasn't me. So I actually prefer these smaller units where you can have one-to-one more easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I quite like that as well. I found it quite difficult, you know, when like the extra people kept coming in.
Yeah.
It was like, you know what I mean, you'd get used to the group getting smaller and you were used to everyone in the group, and that was a lot easier. And then the new housemates would come in and you'd have to sort of readjust again and get to know people again, and you know, that was difficult. I know Steve found that a little bit difficult as well.
Yeah, I think he did.
It wasn't easy.
I'm still reeling with the fact that I wasn't the only gay guy put in here.
Yeah.
And I could have had a romance though, to be honest.
It makes you wonder why people, you know, act the way they did. Like, obviously he had a problem with you. It makes you wonder whether that was to do with what he was battling with himself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, Mo? Apparently he had a long conversation with Corin about it, and Josie and John knew about it. I only knew about it when Kiva told me.
Nothing would have ever happened between us, even if I had known. Joe would have just, you'd have never been my type. Yeah, so my gaydar wasn't busted after all.